Hello and welcome back, everyone. Welcome to this project on IPL dataset. So this season's IPL is about to get over. Just yet another year, yet another trophy. And as we are going to, conclude this year's IPL, I thought, why not take the project on IPL itself. So this particular data set is about all the deliveries that were being bowled, the performance of many batsmen and bowlers starting from 2008 to 2024. So only this year's IPL data is not included, and with those data set, let us see what are the findings that we have, what are the things that we can do using those data sets, and what are the insights, key insights that maybe people from those IPL teams, and I'm sure there are many more analysts that are doing the job for their respective teams, what these guys are doing and how they actually improve the performance of their respective teams. Well, let us get started and right away jump to our Jupyter notebook. And yes, this project will be done in the Jupyter notebook. So here we are. We are in Jupyter Notebook, and I've created already this folder. You can create your own the folder in your own system, that is IPL analysis or any other name that you find is appropriate. But I want you to just put the dataset, the two CSV file in this folder itself. Okay, so you can see that I've just moved the two CSV files in this folder, that is IPL analysis, right? So you have to do the same. The CSV file, it is available to you in the description below. You can get it from there, download it from there, and after you have pasted in this folder, you have to create a new notebook, and I'm going to name this as just 01 project IPL. Okay, now I'm going to go step by step, but as a quick explanation, what we are going to do is, this two particular data set, it contains match descriptions, results, winners, player of the match, ball by ball data set, and many more things. So I'll start with the very usual part, that is importing the relevant libraries and setting some styles. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to load the data set as well. So the libraries that I'm going to be using are Numpy. Then you're going to be using Pandas. Then you can use Matplotlib as PLT. You can use Seaborn as SNS. Now, I know that there are many more libraries, things like Plotly and many other libraries that are out there, not required for us. We'll be fine with just these four libraries. So right away, I'm going to set the style as well. The style that I'm going to use for SNS is, I'll say style and white grid. Then you're going to say plt dot style dot use is maybe I'll say 5538. Okay, so these are the two styles that I'll be using for this. Let me fix this very quickly. This is white grid and not wild grid, so that was the issue. Right, so these are the libraries that I'm going to be using. Now, before we move forward, I'll just quickly uh, create one more thing, or maybe I'll just come back and do that. For now, you can just import the data set. So let us go ahead and do that. I'll say deliveries is equal to pd dot read underscore csv, and I'm going to say that matches dot csv, and uh, similarly I'll run the matches as well. Sorry, this is going to be, yeah, matches and matches. Just a second. Okay, so I have to put actually deliveries here, and you can put matches here. Matches is pd dot read underscore csv, and that is going to be matches dot csv. Now, if you see this, you will see that uh, deliveries is, if you see some rows of your deliveries, maybe first 5 rows, this is the data set that you have. So bunch of things here: match ID, innings, batting team, bowling team, over, ball, batter, bowler, and non-striker, batsman, and many other things. Well, I'll just quickly give you a idea of what these things are. It is nothing but many things. It should be very clear to you. What is the inning number, right? So uh, that is being given here. The match ID, what was the match ID of the match taking place, who was batting and who was bowling, right? Obviously the inning one, that would be, if it is KKR, then inning two, that will be the bowling team, that is KKR, right? And then what is the over? You can see for zeroth over, first ball, who was bowling it. So this was Ganguly, and who bowled it? This was Praveen Kumar. That this was back in 2008. Non-striker, that was Brendan McCullum. So this was the perhaps the first match in which Brendan McCullum scored that famous 158 runs, or 155 runs, something like that. So this is what you have. Then whether batsman scored something or was there an extra run or not? Yes, it was extra run. What was it? It was leg buys. Then whether there was a fall of wicket and no, or not, that was zero here. If the player was dismissed, dismissal kind, LBW, catch, or whatever. Fielder who caught, or who was taking the catch or responsible for run out or whatever. So this is these are all the things that are available in deliveries. Now here, matches dot head is this, and you can see this is having all the explanation of the matches, right? So who scored how many runs, ID, the season 2007 and 8, the city was Bangalore, the date of the match taking place, match type, whether it was a league or not knockout, player of the match, again Brandon McCullum, 158 runs, venue, and the two teams that were playing, that is RCB and KKR, who won the toss, what was the decision to take, a decision made after winning the toss, who won the toss, KKR, what was the result, if you run by either runs or wickets, what was the margin, if what was the run, then what was the margin of the run, then if it was a wicket, what was the wicket margin. Then target runs, how many overs were there to achieve the target, whether there was a super or not. Method, well, we'll see what this method means. Who was the umpire? So that was Asadrov and Rudy Kurtzen. So many more things over here. Now, obviously, this is a huge data set. I've just displayed, first 5 rows of both the data set. But if you want to understand that how many rows were there and how many columns were there, let us see that. So I'll say matches dot shape, and you will see that perhaps there were 1095 matches, and there were there are 20 columns, right, uh in this particular data set. So there are 20 columns starting from ID to empire 2, right? So this is about matches, and then you have deliveries, which happens to be deliveries dot shape. So how many deliveries were being bowled from 2007-8 season, or 8-9 season, to 2024 season, Okay, so this was the two data set that we have. Now, bunch of things to notice here. You know, since this is something that we have to be absolutely cautious about, one thing is to focus something on something called as data cleaning, right? Now, and the way you're going to do this is you're going to check for each and every column and try to make sense. Now, I've gone through this data set, obviously, right? So I know what are the things that I have to clean and deal with, but this is going to be a large, a rather longer process. We cannot do that because of the, limitation of the time. And I do not want you to get, want you to get bored. But right away, if you check the, let us say, matches, and you'll see team one dot value counts, run that, you will see that you have uh, the name of Rising Pune Supergiant as twice. You can see this Supergiant and Supergiants. Same goes for matches team 2 as well. You can in fact copy this and see the same thing for matches 2, sorry, team 2. You will see you have here as well. You can see Rising Pune Supergiant. It is, there should be the same thing here. All right. So this is one thing that I found out. You and this will be the case for everywhere in all the columns wherever you are getting the team name. So maybe in this case deliveries, you have this betting team and bowling team. Here also you will find this kind of issue. So you can do this just to one more deliveries and betting team dot value counts and run this. There you go. So you have this Rising Pune Supergiant is over here, and another one is over here. So again, you have the same problem, right? So for whatever reason, there is a duplication of entry. One is Rising Supergiant and Rising Pune Supergiants. So both the things are same. So we have to fix that. One more thing that I found out is, well, let us handle this first. So I'm going to put a heading. I'll say this is data cleaning. And I'm going to say that matches, then team one dot replace. You want to replace something with something. So I want to replace Rising Pune Super Giants with, I'll just remove the S here because I believe that is the true name. So I'll put the same thing, but just remove the S here. I'll say in place is equal to true. Then same thing happens for team 2 as well. I'll copy this and in the next line, I'll put team 2. Same thing will happen for winner as well. I believe in matches, if you see, there is teams are mentioned in team 1, team 2, and toss winner as well. And there's winner here as well. Okay, so these are the columns where teams are being mentioned. So I'll say matches and then toss winner is the same thing. Then same thing for one more thing, that is winner. Okay, so this is for matches. Let us run that. Okay, there's some syntax error apparently. This is because this has to be a curly bracket. Sorry for the mistake. Please fix this. This has to be under a curly bracket, and parenthesis also should be there, because we are these are the dictionaries that we have, right? So we are saying just replace super giants with super giants, so everything would be in the curly bracket. Okay, so there you go. Now, if you check the matches here, if you just go back and check some of the things, okay, we have checked the deliveries, hot matches. Yeah, let us check this one and run this just to verify. You will see that you can see that the rising Pune giant, now it is over here. There's nothing called as giants whereas earlier there were two entries of super giant and super giant. So this has been fixed. Now we have to do the same thing for matches, deliveries table as well. Have you checked the deliveries table? You will see that I have the team name in batting team and bowling team. Okay. So if you see this, you have, yeah, that's it. So batting team and bowling team, these are the two places where I have to do the same thing. And for this, what I'm going to do is bunch of copy paste again. So I'll just copy this entire thing, and I'll come down. I'll say that deliveries, then betting team is this. And similarly, I'll do the same thing for bowling team. So I'll copy this, in fact, so that I just have to change the bowling team, the column name, run that. Okay. So this has been taken care of as well. You can do the same thing for a batting team, for example, just to verify one of it. Well, it counts. You'll see that uh, Pune Super Giant uh, is over here. The Rising Pune Super Giant. Great. Okay. So our data is cleaned on at the, as far as the naming is concerned, the naming of the team. One more thing that I have located is in city, in matches table. In here, you should find that some of the values in city, if I can get it right. Yeah, there it is. So some of the values in city, they are missing. Okay. So uh here, if I just check this, yeah, I'll see matches, then I'll say city and do value counts. You will just notice that there are some of the city where you know So you can see here that for city, there are bunch of entries which are actually null values. And same thing happens for method as well. If you see the method in matches table, you can see that you have bunch of NN values. Now we check this method here, you will see that matches and method, check the value count, you're going to see that you have DL method as 21 and all others are the missing value. So non-DL method, they are being taken as, that is Duckworth-Lewis method, they are being taken as NA, where that is not correct. So we have to fix the both the issues here. So for this, what I'm going to do here is I'll say matches. First of all, take your city and say dot fill NA. You're going to say unknown. Then you're going to also say in place is equal to true. Here matches and method. You're going to fill your NA with non, or should I say capital N, non D slash L method, and in place is equal to true. All right, so this is all about data cleaning. Rest of things are fine. We can either, take it as it is, or you can just keep, just ignore it. You can feel free to explore further if you want to, but this much is enough if you have to clean our data. There we go. So now let us talk about some of the important stuff. That is, I'm going to first of all see which team is the most successful in this IPL string. And when I'm saying successful, what I mean is I want to understand the success rate and not how many people, or should I say, how much a team has won the IPL data. What I'm looking for is how many times a team won compared to how many times it has played. Now, for that, what I'm going to do, first of all, I'll say that I'll put this title, success rate of teams. And if you see matches, that is this, data set. Here, I'll do a group by on winner. Okay, so team, those who have won, and I just want to count. Take that, and you will see that it is going to give me the count for each and every winner. The one that I'm looking for is ID, because ID is the unique identifier of that particular match. Match ID is going to be unique for that particular match. So I'm going to just select ID here. And you can see that this is giving me that which team has won how many times. Okay, this is great, but I want success rate and not success. So I'll say that I want to grab now matches and do a group by on team 1. So that will tell me sorry, this is team 1. Okay, then if you run that, you have to put aggregation, that is count. You run that, can have this values here again. Next is to get just match ID again. So that is going to come from the ID. There you go. Then you can take the two things and divide it. Okay. Assign this to some variable. Let us say success ratio, right? Success ratio is going to be this. Great. Now, next is to sort this value. If you sort this value and I want descending, so I'll say ascending is equal to false, you will see that I'm getting this kind of list. Let us try to, make it rather organized. I'll say success ratio, then descending. So take this success ratio descending and plot it. I'll use Matplotlib's command to first say 12 by 6 is the size of the figure. Then I'll plot a bar plot using Seaborn's bar plot, variable. Then you'll have success ratio descending, and I want at X just index. Next is to do the same thing but get the value. So Y is equal to success ratio descending dot values. Great. Now run this. You have this kind of coloring, which is okay, but not actually neat. So let us fix this. I'll say that right away, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'll say that this is plt dot title, and you pass in success rate of teams. We'll say plt dot x label. This is teams, and plt dot y label. This is success rate of winning. And one more thing is to rotate the x ticks. That was the primary reason that we are here. We'll say rotation is equal to 45, not 90. And let's say plt dot tight layout. And lastly, plt dot show. There we go. Great. All right. So it looks okay. Apart from this particular thing, that's completely fine. We can ignore this, right? So we are getting a nice looking plot. So this is quite clear that Gujarat Titans, compared to the number of games they have played, they have the highest success rate. And then comes Delhi Capital, Mumbai Indians, Rajasthan Royals. Surprisingly, RCB. Well, not surprisingly, but okay, RCB, it is also having the same issue, right? Royal Challengers Bangalore and Bangalore. So you can go back and fix that, but you know how to do that, so you can do that by yourself, right? You have to do the same thing that we have done over here. Okay, so just go back and do the same thing for RCB as well. Okay, or maybe I can do that, right? So let us do it for RCB as well. So if you have, and if you can check the deliveries uh, table as well, you can see that you have Royal Challengers Bangalore and Bangalore. Okay, so we have to fix them as well. So I'll copy this as it is and just change the name of the teams. So I have to make Bangalore over here and over here. just take that and set it equal to Royal Challenges Bangalore, or you can do vice versa as well. Yeah. So if you run that, now you can see there's just one match here. Well, one RCB here. So we are going to do that in this other data set as well, matches, remember. So we have to do that for this as well. I'll copy this and do the same thing for Royal Challengers Bangalore. I'm going to grab this and I'll put this over here and do the same thing everywhere basically. Now get the Bangalore and do the same thing again. All right. So, well, remove this R here. Now, I hope this is done, right? So let us go ahead and, you know, in fact, go to kernel and restart kernel and run all the cells. So that I will know that everything is fine here. Well, great. Now, before moving forward, just one more thing. You can see that the color here, it is, default color. And what you can do here is maybe I'll try to make this as presentable as possible. So in that case, I'll create a new uh, function here. I'll say def, and that is going to be random color. I don't have to make sense of this too much. Just understand that it is going to accept some number of colors and it is going to return me this thing, and tell you what this thing is actually doing. So I'll use hash first. Then I'll say plus this string that I'm going to join to np dot random dot choice, then list, then 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and a b c d e f. Now don't worry, I'll explain everything here. This is the join statement. Then I'll say 4 underscore in range 6. So 0 to 5 it is taking everything. And then uh after this parenthesis I'll say 4 underscore in range number of colors. Okay, well, quite a big thing here. Just understand what this thing is actually doing. So it uses basically a list comprehension with np.random.choice to create random 6-digit hex code, RGB code, that you must be aware of. For example, if I say that take the random color and pass in some number 6, so it will give me 6 different RGB codes, right? You can run this as many times as you want. And this particular function, it is actually available on internet as well. You can get it from there, but this is what it is doing. Every time you run this, you'll get a different set of RGB code. What is the purpose of this? Well, purpose of this is very, very simple. When you are plotting this out in bar plot, you will see that I'm putting this colors is equal to not colors, rather I'll put a palette, and that is going to be random colors parenthesis then length of the success ratio descending. So whatever the success ratio I'm getting, it will calculate the length of that. For example, maybe 8, 9, 10, or whatever, and it will give me the length, and it will make it pass through the function that it has creating, and thereby it will give me this different random colors. So if you run that, you will see that you're getting, this very nice looking color. In fact, every time you run this, you will get a different set of color, which is kind of refreshing. All you have to do is just create this function here. All right, so this is success ratio of all the teams. And you can see here right away that now we have fixed this Royal Challengers Bangalore, which is still not doing good. Okay, so this is success ratio, success rate of teams. Now let us go ahead and try to understand that how many, what are the most title wins by each of the team. Well, obviously you would know that. So which team has won the most if you're a cricket enthusiast. But if you take, we have to use data analytics to do that. So I'll say that matches, which happens to be this data set. In this matches, I'm going to do the group by on season. So for every season, I want certain uh, you know uh, title winner, and after doing this group by on season, I'll grab the two things. One is the season, comma, winner, and if you run that, you'll see that you have created this value. Now for every winner, I'm going to just get the last value of it. There you go. Now you can see that I'm getting this very nice looking plot. So you're getting 478 Rajasthan Royal, Deccan Chargers, CST. Yeah, I have information. This is correct. Right. So you have all these values. Now what you're going to do is I'm going to just select the winner out of it. Okay. So this is, I'm going to get the winner. Just one column, winner, and I'll do a value count. Value counts on this, which, well, I'll just run winner first. There you go. Now if I do a value count, that will tell me how many times a person, so a team has won, so thereby you're getting all this information here. This is something that I'll now use to plot the same that I did over here. Remember this? Right? So I'm going to use the same thing. There's one difference. I'll assign this to some variable. Let us call this as winner counts is equal to this. Then I'll copy this entire thing as it is. And I'll change few things here. What those few things are? First one is to get this X as winner counts dot index, and this as well winner counts dot values. Rest of things, well, here as well you can put winner counts, and this is, you have to change the title. This is most title wins. Then you have the teams, and here this would be number of season one. There you go. So you got very nice looking this plot. very good at getting this, information that Chennai Super Kings won 5 times, Mumbai Indians 5 times, and so on and so forth. Remember, this is data from 20, you know, uh, 8 2008 to 2024. Well, this was all about team. Now let us try to get some more information. I'll use my analytics to get the top 10 players with most runs, right? So top 10 players with most runs. Okay. So I'll say delivery, which is tell me, which is basically telling me that, for each and every ball, what was the run scored and all that. So I'm going to be using the same thing here. So deliveries, I'll do a group by on batter. Okay, that is batter here, and it will give me the, I'm just interested in the runs, so that is going to be batsman underscore on runs. That is the name of the columns. A column that is batsman underscore runs, and I'll do a summation of this and run this. There you go. So this is telling me all the batsmen and their respective runs. Great. Now I'll do one more thing. I'll reset the index. In this case, reset index, and I'll say that index, not index, rather name is equal to runs. There you go. So you have created, transform this into data frames. Now, what this is, I'm assigning this to uh, some variable. Let us say batting underscore total is this. Then batting total, you're going to do sort values. Sort values. Uh, you are going to do on runs, because I'm not interested in all of them. I just want top 10. So I'll say ascending equal to false. Okay, there's some error. And error, it is again double LL. So there we go. And there's some error one more time. This is run. So this is capital R. Please be very careful. There you go. All right. Now I'm not interested in all the batsmen here, because this is giving me, all the 673 batsmen. I just want top 10. So I'll grab the top 10 here. There you go. So here's the list. Let us take this and assign this to some variable top batsman. Okay. Now use the same thing, same bar plot and all that. Just one, some of the difference that I'll make. Come here and paste it. So X is actually the not winner or anything. It is the batter. And Y is Y axis. These are runs. And then you'll have data is equal to top batsman, because this is the data set that I'm using, right? So I'm getting batter from this and runs from this, right? And palette here as well. This is going to be the length of, uh, I know that there are, top 10 here. So I'll just pass in the number itself and not, uselessly go for the number. So I'll say I want top 10. So I'll put 10 here, right? And if you run that, well, great. Let us fix some more things here. This is going to be, title is going to be maybe top 10 batsman. In IPL. seasons till 2020. And this is batsman, and this is runs code. There you go. Right. So you have this kind of uh, chart here. All right, great. Now, so this was about the most number of runs. Now let us do the same thing for performance, basically. And the performance that I'm going to be, thinking of is to, how to calculate the best batting performance are the two things. One is obviously the runs, but another thing in 2020 cricket is strike rate. So I'll use both the things to understand what are, you know, the performance metric of different batsmen when it comes to this strike rate and runs. Well, let us do that. So I'll say top 10 best performance in a match. So I'll say that deliveries dot group by the same thing that I got here. Uh, I'll say, in fact, I'll copy this from here. I'll copy this up to this. I'll make some changes in this. In fact, what I can do here is, well, we have to use actually deliveries in this case, right? So because the reason for this is we are looking for the best performance. So I'll say, just follow along. You'll understand what I'm doing. Match ID. Do not do a copy paste in this case because it's a different data set that we'll be using. Better, which is, if I may just get the just head of the table. There you go. So I'm getting match ID and the batter here. And I'm looking for the batsman runs dot summation, and you run that. There you go. So in each and every match, what is the score of all the batsmen? Well, there you go. Brendan McCullum 158. Okay, now I'm going to reset the index in this case. I'll say dot reset index. Or should I say reset uh, underscore index name is equal to innings runs. There you go. Right. So you are now getting the innings runs here in this manner. Now, this is I'm going to first do the sort dot sort values by, well, let us assign this to something. First of all, because this is just getting too long, I'll assign this to batting innings, and which I'm taking again, batting innings, I'm taking it as it is, and then I'm sorting it. Sort values by equal to innings runs. Ascending equal to false. There you go. All right. So you are now getting, what is the high score in a match, starting from Chris Gale, then Brendan McCullum, Quinton de Kock, Abby de Villiers again, and so on and so forth. I'm going to assign this to some variable, and I just want top 10 values. So I'll just do that. top 10 batsmen are enough. And this is, I'm going to assign this to top underscore batsman scores. All right. Now, uh, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to now understand the strike rate. And strike rate, the way we are going to do is the innings runs divided by the balls faced. That is how you're going to calculate the strike rate, right? So for that, here I'll copy this as it is, and I'll say deliveries dot group by match ID batter batsman runs. Then I'll not sum this out, but count it, because the number of rows will tell me how many deliveries it that batsman has faced. Yeah, because for the very simple reason that one delivery, one row. Thereby, when you're doing a group by on the match ID and batter, you're going to get the balls faced. So this is not innings run anymore. This is balls faced. Okay, I've overwritten this, unfortunately. There you go. So you have ball faced in. So you can see Brandon McCullum, he faced 77 balls and he scored 158 runs. Let us assign this to some variable. This is batsman ball faced. And this is equal to this thing entirely. So I have assigned this to this variable. Now I'm going to merge the two things. I'm going to merge the top batsman score and the balls faced. So I'll say, run this, and I'll say that PD dot merge the two things, that is top batsman scores, comma, batsman ball faced, how is equal to inner, because I just want the top 10 batsman names. Then on match ID, comma, batter, and on that. There it is. So now you're getting very nice looking this match ID, in which match you have scored how many runs and what is the ball phase and so on and so forth. This is, I'm going to assign this to some variable. This is uh, batsman performance, which you are going to take one column, that is innings run, divided by balls faced into 100 to get the strike rate for the match. So I'll say batsman performance, innings runs into 100 divided by batsman performance, balls faced. And that will give me this, strike rate over here, which I'm going to assign to batsman performance itself. This is strike rate, or maybe I'll just, rather make it rather organized. Strike rate for match. In that particular match, what was the strike rate? Yeah, just to confirm what you have done, the batsman performance is now this: ball taken, strike rate, and so on and so forth. What I can also do here is I'll just put this entire thing into np.round to round it off up to 2 digits, because this uselessly getting just too long. So up to 2 digits, if I run that, you can see now I'm getting strike rate only up to two digits after decimal. Great. So so far so good. Now I'm going to now plot this, and for that I'm going to be using the same uh, command and make some changes there. This is, I'll remove bar plot because I do not want a bar plot. I want a scatter plot. So I'll say plt dot scatter batsman performance. You grab the batter next axis, then batsman performance. Then you grab the strike rate. Strike rate, if I can run this. Um, this is strike rate for performance for match. The name of the column basically. Then you are going to set some label as well. Label is going to be strike rate. And if you just run that, yeah, it's working fine. Great. Let me fix this. Some of the things, for example, the size, I want to be a bit larger. And alpha, I'm setting this to be around 0.6. Great. So if you see this, great, it's working fine. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the runs scored. So I'll copy this. And this is going to be innings runs. Innings runs. And labels is also runs. Size is 100, alpha is 0.6, fine. But title, it is going to be best IPL, or should I say best performance in an IPL match. Batsman, and then you have the Y label as both the strike rate slash innings score. Run that. Okay, so you can see here this is what I'm getting. Now you can see the number of batsmen that I'm counting. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But I wanted top 10 batsmen. And the reason for that is very simple. The Chris Gale and Abby Dillers, they got, they scored twice. They performed best twice. So that is why you are getting this 8 batsman name, and two entries for Chris Gale and Abby de Villiers. Okay, so this was all about batsmen. Let us now do the same thing for bowler as well, right? So this are top 10 bowlers till 2020. So the this is going to come from deliveries table only. And if you check that, this is the table that I have. You can see bowler name, bowling team, and all that. It's going to be coming from this. So I'll take these deliveries, and I'm saying that I want, first I'll take, I have to make sure that the wicket that I'm going to be tackling with, they are not runouts, because runouts are, they are not counted as the wicket being taken by the bowler. So I'll have to, filter out the runouts. So I'll say deliveries, and you can see the uh, last value here. You can see dismissal kind, right? So dismissal kind, if you check that, deliveries and dismissal kind, and do a value counts, you will know that you have a run out entered here. Okay. So this is what I'm going to take and make sure that the deliveries, the dismissal count in the deliveries is not equal to run out. And then I'm going to filter out the table, that is deliveries table, using that. There you go. Okay, now you're getting all the values where the dismissal is not a run out. I'm going to take this table and assign this to bowling wickets. Next is to take these bowling wickets and do a group by using bowler. So bowler is going to be this, the name of the bowler here. Then I want to take the dismissal kind rather, dismissal kind, and count it out. There you go. So now you have the, how many wickets being taken by each and every bowler. Let us now take, do the same thing, that is do a reset index, and say name is equal to wickets. Great. Once you have done that, now you are going to take this and just grab first uh, 10 values after doing sort. So you will say, if, let us say if it can, we can do it here itself, sort values, right, on should I say by wickets. Comma, ascending, sorry, this is ascending is equal to false. And on that, there you go. Great. Now I do not want all of them. I just want top 10. So I'll just grab the top 10 values from this. Assign this to some variable. This is top bowlers. And I'll just fix this because it is very clumsy here. So you can put this over here, right? There we go. So working quite well, in fact. You can remove this cell number 59, not required anymore. Then I have to plot it. And for plotting, I'll have to go back and use this same set of plots so that I do not have to type again and again. This is the not scatter plots. I'll remove this two line here. These are not scatter plot, but I want a line plot, which is plt.plot, and then top bowlers. In that, I want the bowler name, comma, top bowlers, wickets. And if you run that, yeah, it's working. Great, let us fix that. Rest of things, the marker are this asterisk, and title is top 10 bowler in seasons, or should I say up to 2020. So I'll just, do one thing. I'll copy this top 10 batsmen here. I'll copy this entirely and come down and assign this to here and just make sure top 10 bowlers. And this is bowler and not batsman, bowlers. This is wickets taken on y-axis. There you go. All right, so very nice looking graph here. Maybe this asterisk is not working. So I'll put O sign here, right? So that would be better. Correct. And marker uh maybe color is equal to red. Okay. And we can increase the marker size as well. Marker size as 100. Well, too large, I think. Put rather 25. That's better. Okay. So these are top bowler. Now, next is to get the top 10 bowling performance, and that can be through two things. One is to understand how many wickets being taken and how many runs were given per wicket. So that are the two criterias that we can use. Let us do that. So I'll say uh, top 10 bowling performance till 2020. All right. Now I'll say that bowling wickets that I, you know, basically created this table here. What I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to do a group by on wicket match ID. Sorry, match ID, match ID. Then you can do this for a match ID and bowler. Then you just want dismissal kind and just count it out. Okay, there's some issue here. I think I have misplaced this single quote. There you go. So now this gives me how many wickets were being taken from each and every person. I want to reset this, reset index, and say name is equal to wickets. All right, now assign this to variable. I'll say this is maybe how about sorting this and just grabbing the top 10 as well. So we'll do that as well. Sort values, and you can use the next line for this. Sort values. Then you'll see uh, I want to sort by wickets, comma, ascending is equal to false. And well, first run that. Yeah, working well. Grab top 10 values. Great. Assign this to some variable. Maybe I'll call this as match bowling top uh, bowling and top equal to this. Great. Now, how many runs per wicket is also we have to understand. So for that, I'll understand what is the runs considered, and then I'll divide the runs considered by the wickets taken. I already have the wickets, so let us do that. I'm going to say that uh, deliveries dot. In fact, what I'll do is I'll take this from the previous cell. This is coming from well, let us create this. So deliveries, then If you run that, you have this kind of data set. So deliveries dot group by, pass in this as list, that is match ID, then comma bowlers, and I want to grab the total runs dot summation. Okay, so this were the runs being given by all the bowlers. Okay, now reset the index again, reset underscore index, and you have to say name equal to runs conceded. There you go. Great. Now you have to take this and merge it to the this thing that we have created. So the other data set that I have created. So this is match uh, bowler performance equal to this. Then match bowler performance. Not really bowling, not performance, because this is something that I'll use for the next variable that we're creating. So this will be bowler runs. Just keep it like this. Then I'll say that take the two data frames, pd.merge. Take the first one, that is match bowler runs, comma, match bowling performance. And in this, I just want to grab the, I want to do the join. First of all, this has to be a inner join, and you will be joining on. One is match ID, comma, bowler. Uh, well, I got an error because this is match underscore ID, and there you go. Okay, so this is pd.merge. Now this I have, you can see that it is giving me, this kind of two values here, right? That is run considered underscore x and all that. So, well, it is duplication of information, but what I can do here is, yeah, what you can do here is, this is not uh, runs, and I'll grab this match bowling top here. Okay, I'll grab this and put it over here. If you run that, now you're getting the right thing. So considered and wicket. So I'll assign this to some variable, that is, now this is match bowler performance. Okay, so this is the table that I'm going to be dealing with now. Match bowler performance. So I have to take this and create a new variable, runs per wicket, which is equal to match bowler performance. One is runs considered divided by match bowler performance, then wickets. And if you check this match bowler performance, is you have runs per wicket here. You can obviously put this in round to just grab first few digits. So that is going to be, in fact, 0, right? So you cannot, there you go. So runs per wicket is almost this. Great. Now, uh, you have to take this and assign this, sorry, use this table to plot the two things out. So I'm going to use this thing again because it's going to be the same thing that we'll be building. I'll say that um, this is from here onwards. This is match bowler performance. Bowler, and this is bowler capital small case b, comma, match bowler performance, then gets label is equal to wickets again, and size is 100, and alpha equal to 0.6. This is first, well, I have to plot scatter plot here. Scatter plot. All right. So let us try to run this if it works. Yeah, everything is fine. Next up is to plot the line plot. PLT dot plot. This is match bowler performance. I want to grab the bowler. X-axis would be same. On Y-axis, I want the runs per wicket. So match bowler performance. This is runs per wicket. Then marker is equal to O, and label is equal to runs per wicket. Let us run that. Yeah, working great. Let us fix the title and X labels and Y label. So title is going to be IPL best bowling performances in a match. And you have the bowlers here, and Y label is not wickets taken, but well, we'll just put this is going to be runs per wicket / wickets taken. Okay, now just one last thing. We have to put legends on plt dot legend as this, and you can see this working quite well. Here as well, I think we do not have the legends on, so you can put plt dot legends here as well. Just to, this is legend, just to get the legends here. Strike rate and runs. And here, this is wickets and runs per wicket. Okay, so Sohail Tanvir was, well, back then he was quite a good bowler. And then Manav Patel, Sunil Narayan, Adam Zampa, and so on and so forth. Next is to see, rather that is not relevant to the matches. It is relevant to the top cities in which the matches were being conducted. Right, so I'll say top 10 cities by number of matches. Let us try to understand that as well. So you can see the deliveries table that I have. If you see, you can see that I have the city where the match is taken place. I think so. Not deliveries, I think in matches table. Check the matches table. Yeah, you have this city here. Right. So I'll be using this table to get the city, and I want to do a value count. If I do a value count, I'll get how many cities, how many times a particular city has been repeated, and then I'll same thing. I'll reset the index and say the name is equal to match count. Great. Now assign this to grab the first 10 cities in this manner. There we go. Assign this to something. Let us say this are top cities is equal to this. And the plot that I'm thinking for this is something different. I'm going to use pie plot, something that we have not used so far. So I'll say, obviously I'll have to set the size of the figure first. And I'm putting that size as 8 by 8. And I'm saying plt.py. And here I'm saying that I want top cities, obviously, and take the count, match count as this. Well, it is giving me, yeah, good answer. Now let us try to fix this. I'll say that labels are equal to top cities, pass in city column. Colors, you can take the same function that we created. Since it is top 10, so I'll put just 10 here and run that. You will see that it is doing quite good, but it is not giving me percentage. So I'll have to fix that as well. I'll say that auto percent is percentage 1.1 f percentage. Okay, and few more things here. I'll just try to uh, say which props is equal to dictionary, then edge color, edge color is equal to black, just to kind of make it much more presentable. Well, no issues. You can run as many times as you want to get a kind of a decent color scheme. All right. So now let us fix this. Some more things here. I'll say plt dot title. The title is top cities. Top cities that have hosted IPL matches. And plt dot title layout is plt dot show is over here, and there we go. Now it is looking much more better, hopefully. There we go. All right, great. So there we go. This is the top 10 cities that have hosted the IPL matches. Now, many more things that we can do, really. If you want to do that, you can feel free to do that as well. I'll talk about maybe, well, so let's talk about the uh, top 10 empires, maybe. Well, empires are not really the particularly interesting question. So how about if I think of uh, top 10 dismissal reason, right? So that should be very easy, right? Because we already have the data for us in deliveries. So we don't have to do anything in this case. Sorry, not question mark. You already have this deliveries table in which you can get the dismissal kind somewhere at the right. All right, so dismissal kind should be there. There it is. So dismissal kind, I'll take this and plot it out. So I'll say that, and I'm not using this time the value counts, although that is a simple way of plotting it out. So I'll use plt dot figure to first put figure size. Fixed size is 12 comma 6. Say sns dot count plot. Then x is equal to dismissal underscore kind. Then data is equal to the deliveries. Then palette is random color. Then length is uh, deliveries. Then dismissal kind. Right? Then you'll do a value count and run that as it is. Right, it has given me some error that is stemming from dismissal kind. Yeah, because this is yeah, this is a dismissal. Okay, there's a spelling mistake here. Well, please be careful. So we have dismissal kind in this case. Let us fix this. Not really helpful to get this kind of result. So I'll say that I want plt dot title, and this is top dismissal kinds. I'll say plt dot x label, and this is dismissal kind. Same goes for y label as well. Plt dot y label. Then you'll see count here. I'll say plt dot xtix. This is rotation, and same thing, plt dot tight layout. We could have just done copy paste as well. Never mind. And plt dot show is this. Okay, great. So most of the people, batsmen, they have being caught. Then the bold, then run out, LBW are quite less. Then retired, hurt, stumped, and so on and so forth. All right. Now, just last two cells, right? First, I want to understand that, uh, what are the top 10 best fielder in our team. And lastly, I want to understand that what is the decision taken by, uh, you know, uh, captains to whether to bowl first or field first, or maybe you can skip that. What I'll do is I'll conduct a over by over analysis of you know total runs, whether the wickets being fall, and many other things. So first, see the top 10 best fielder, and that is going to be very easy. I'll say top 10 best fielders. This is going to be matches, not matches, rather deliveries. Then I want the fielder. Then you do a value count. Then run that. There you go. Great. Just take top 10 here. There you go. So you can see Dhoni, Karthik, De Villiers, and all that. So, well, they are all of them are keepers, but that's completely fine. Now, I'll just plot this out using some different method because we have just used that too many times. So I'll say plot and kind equal to bar to just quickly plot them out. Right, so very nice looking plot. I don't have think I have to do anything. Just maybe putting some title and labels. I'll take that from here. Okay, so just take this and come back to this and put some title, top filters. Then you have X label as the filters. This is number of catches and runouts. Number of catches, run outs. There we go. Great. Lastly, let us see, if there's still time, we'll see the toss decision. But for now, let us go to analysis by over because that is something that is much more important. I'll say analysis over by over. So, from 1 to 20th over, what is the total run scored, the number of wickets being fallen, extra runs that was being scored, and what is the runs that is being scored by all the batsmen. So what I'll do is I'll say deliveries, that is a table. Then I'll do a group by on over, and I'll grab all these things. First one is total runs, then is underscore wicket, then extra runs, then batsman underscore runs, and you just sum this up. There it is. Right. So for in each and every over, what are the total runs scored? Whether how many wickets were fallen, how many extra run that were being given, and what are the runs that are scored by the batsman. Well, what I'll do is I'm going to assign this to some variable. I'll say over summary is equal to this. Next is to draw figure and axis is equal to this. I'll say plt dot subplots. I'll say I want a 2x2 figure, and fixed size I'm going to define as let us say I'll define this by 14 and 10. And I'll take care of other things later on, but I'll say axis that I have gotten. I'll put 0, 0, and I'll plot it out over summary dot index and comma over summary. First one is total runs, total underscore runs, comma markers is equal to O. And if you run that, it's giving me an error. So that is why I've checked this. So 0, 0 and over summary is the index, then over underscore summary, the total runs. Marker is 0. So if I just go through and check the figure, well, yeah, this is not marker. Be absolutely careful. Now this should work. Yeah, so this is the one figure that I got. I'm going to do this for all the other figures. So right away, let us do that. So I'll say axis 0, 0 dot. Right away, I'll set the title, set underscore title. This is total runs. Then axis 0 comma 0 dot set underscore x label, that is over access 0 comma 0 dot set underscore y label, this is runs. Well, uh this again has to be not a square bracket but a parenthesis. Great. Now I'm going to take this and do certain changes. First one starting is to put one here. This is wickets is wicket. Then you will have 1 comma 0 1 comma 0 1 comma 0 1 comma 0, and this is extra runs. uh Lastly, this is here I'll have to put extra run as well, extra underscore runs. This is 1 comma 1, and uh this is actually not total runs but runs scored by batsman. And here as well, this is batsman runs. Great. Lastly, I'll have to make some changes to tight layout. That is going to be like this, and plt dot show is this, and I'll also put a super title plt uh, figure, rather figure dot super title is over by over analysis. Okay. Well, great. So you can see here that, total runs scored, it goes up, then kind of, as expected after 5, 6 hour, it goes down, then it increases again and all that. So you can see that it is, aligning to our basic understanding of the game. Total runs as well, sorry, the wickets fallen as well. You can see at the death over after 15th over, the wickets are more prone to go down. And thereby you can see there's a huge, kind of a exponential rise in the wickets fallen in after 15 hour. Then you'll have the extra runs, and again, so when you're starting a game, the bowlers are much more susceptible to give a no ball or a white ball and all these things. So then at same goes at the end as well, because bowlers are experimenting a lot with the variations. So you can see that more extra runs are being given and starting and end of the game. Batsman runs, it is again, I don't have to explain, because as they start the inning, they kind of they have the tendency to just keep scoring, and then after fifth over, the pace of the game, it goes down, and thereby the runs also goes down for batsmen as well. Lastly, just since we have done so much, let us talk lastly about the toss decision as well, the how the captain have taken the decisions in all the games, whether they have chosen to field first or bat first and all that. So let us do that. I'll do one thing here. I'll copy some of the code, because it is going to be the same code here. So I'll copy this entire thing. I'll come down and say that this is um well, you can see that this is matches dot uh not dot, rather I'll say toss decision, and this is giving me the value counts. I don't want up to 10 because there are just two value, whether they will bet or either they will field, right? So if you run that, there you go, quite good. But the titles and this are not giving the good idea. So this is about, the title is toss decision. X label is, well, I'll put some other title here. This is most likely decision after winning toss. And X label is to understand the toss decision, and Y label is the uh, basically the count. All right, there we go. So you can see that captains, they often, more often than not, they choose to field first than bat first. Okay, so there we go. This is all about this particular project. There is much more that you can do, but this video is just too long already. So I hope that you have enjoyed this particular project. Let me know what are the new project that you think I should be doing. If you have any file, CSV file that you'd want to share with me, feel free to share that as well. You can connect with me on LinkedIn and let me know that if you have some really cool project in your mind that you think I should be taking. I'll be happy to do so, right? I'll meet you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. If you are still here, that's a quite a dedication. I hope you succeed in whatever you are trying to achieve in your career, and I hope some of my projects and some of my videos are going to be helpful for you. Keep watching, keep learning, and let me know uh, how these videos are helping you. Right? We'll meet in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.